fit into places you've outgrown. No more asking for others to accept you when they aren't meant to walk this path with you. Only moving ahead, only staying close to me, only living in a strength that cannot be copied, because it was formed through deep trial. You've felt this change, haven't you, my precious one? That quiet you don't recognize, that deeper peace, that feeling of being separate from the chaos, that sure knowing inside that this fight isn't yours to carry. That's not you not caring. That's you being protected. Those who thought they knew you fully will look for the person you used to be and won't find them. That version of you is gone. What stands now is someone marked by me, hidden in my purpose, moving forward quietly and showing up with strength. Let this truth settle deep inside you, my child. They cannot find you. They cannot stop you. They cannot push you aside. Everything that tried to hold you back, every delay, every distraction, every challenge has come to its end. The very last thing trying to stop you has just disappeared. What felt stuck is now moving. What was closed off can now be reached. What was held back has now been given to you. You are here, right now, in the time you hoped for. Even when you couldn't find the words for what you needed, some things were held back. This wasn't because you weren't ready inside, but because the world around you wasn't aligned yet. A state of readiness was being built, not only within you, my child, but also for the place I planned for you to be. Certain conversations were delayed, opportunities were put on hold, and connections were kept from you. This wasn't to cause you pain, but to protect the way I had laid out for you. Now, my precious child, that heavy feeling is gone. You have felt it deep within your spirit. That clear sense of understanding, the absence of the resistance you once faced, the entrances that were hard to push open now stand wide and easy to enter. This isn't random luck. It is me giving the sign. Things in my unseen world have shifted, and what was blocked before must now move aside.
Thank you, Jesus.
I have opened a clear way ahead for you that no one can shut, and nothing from your past, your mistakes, your fears, or what others think of you can stop this.
Praise God.
This isn't just me telling you things are okay, my child. It's me releasing my strength for you. You paid a price when no one was watching. You held strong through the difficulty. You showed your strength by waiting, by letting me shape you, and by staying quiet when you wanted to speak. You stayed true to me even when no one saw. And now the wall is gone. The time for waiting is over. Being ready all the time is now turning into things actually happening. But it won't look exactly how you thought it would. This clear way won't be announced loudly. It won't demand you notice it. It will just quietly invite you forward. A quiet nudge, me placing you correctly. My gentle voice guiding you. A connection that will only make sense once you see the full picture. Big changes in life don't usually come with trumpets, my child. They often show up quietly as a simple chance to take a step. This is why it's so important. A quiet nudge, me placing you correctly. My gentle voice guiding you. A connection that will only make sense once you see the full picture. Big changes in life don't usually come with trumpets, my child. They often show up quietly as a simple chance to take a step. This is why it's so important now to know how to feel my guidance. When the waiting stops, you might feel like rushing or proving something to others. But my beloved child, you don't need to prove anything more. This isn't a time for forcing things. It's a time for receiving what I give you. You aren't chasing things wildly anymore. You are choosing your steps carefully. You aren't begging for what you need. You are moving because of my favor on you. This time isn't for looking everywhere. It's for taking good care of what I put in your hands. The door you wanted is open now. The time of being held back is over. Now, my child, the question is whether you will care for this blessing with the same carefulness you practiced during the hard times. How you care for these new chances will show how long they stay open for you. The stop wasn't just to make you jump ahead, it was to make sure you could move forward steadily. What begins now isn't just one thing, it's a flow that keeps going. In this flow, you will need to see things clearly, be completely honest, and act dependably. Remember that the waiting time had a reason for you. I never forgot you. I was making you stronger. The strength inside you that you will use now grew during that time. You were made able to hold more so you could take hold of what is coming to you now. Don't be surprised if things happen quickly now. Something you asked me for over a long time might show up fast. When the unseen resistance is gone, things don't just drip, they flow out fully. But this time, my beloved, you are ready. You won't get lost trying to keep up with how fast things move. You won't mess up the good things you finally have. You won't go back to the old ways that trapped you before. The person you are now isn't pushed by wanting things. You are steady because of what you have lived through with me. You don't just react to things. You stand strong. You are not afraid. I am with you. There is a way I want you to walk now, my cherished one. Not rushing, not holding back, but walking alongside me. You will see the reason for each step you take when you look back later. Every choice you make will open up more chances. Every yes you say will matter. With you. You are steady because of what you have lived through with me. You don't just react to things. You stand strong. You are not afraid. I am with you. There is a way I want you to walk now, my cherished one. Not rushing, not holding back, but walking alongside me. You will see the reason for each step you take when you look back later. Every choice you make will open up more chances. Every yes you say will matter. I want you to walk now. You don't just react to things. You stand strong. You are not afraid. I am with you. There is a way I want you to walk now, my cherished one. Not rushing, not holding back, but walking alongside me. You will see the reason for each step you take when you look back later. Every choice you make will open up more chances. Every yes you say will matter.
Yes, Lord.
My child, I have something important for you right now. Your being here, hearing these words, is no accident. I see you fully. I know everything you have walked through. Understand that a final determination has been made concerning your circumstances.
Morning, guys.
The reason might surprise you.
Hope you guys are doing well today.
A major shift has occurred for your good.
Peace in.
You must understand what is coming next, as it starts right now. There are forces that wish to cloud your understanding, but I have already moved on your behalf. Think of this as a clear indication from me. You have shared your deepest longings with me, my precious child, asking when things would finally be different for you. And now I tell you, the time of waiting is finished. The outcome is settled. What comes after this is a deep blessing, but pay close attention. If you turn away now, you might miss the guidance that opens the path to this goodness. So please, remain with me until the end, because you will soon understand why your name has been marked with favor. I am speaking directly to you. You are not encountering this by chance.
Yes, sir.
There are countless others in the world, my beloved one, but this message has reached you. I brought you to this place, for you are nearing a season of refreshing clear sight and freedom from limits. I am telling you this now. Listen carefully, my child. What is approaching will change how you view your entire journey up to this moment. You may feel tired, unsure, even overlooked. But truly, you have arrived at a crucial turning point, my cherished child. And right now, opposition stands against the path I intend for you. You have faced difficulty and challenging times, my child. While others saw only your effort, I saw your spirit. That is why I am acting now. This is more than just information. It is a vital communication from me. The time of waiting has ended. However, to welcome what approaches, you must remain spiritually watchful. When you accept this message with faith, I begin to work on your behalf. The deeper truth behind the resolution of your situation is this.
Wielding a freaking
You felt it. In your heart you knew it is concluded. It is finished. Something has just ended. But know this, my child. That was not the conclusion of your journey. It was the end of your struggle. When I bring a matter to a close, it means it has been decided. Every falsehood spoken about you, my beloved, every hindrance that slowed you, every effort by the adversary to weaken you, it is finished. I have decided for you. The adversary tried to convince you that my quietness meant I had abandoned you, that blocked paths were rejections, that being unseen meant you were being disciplined. But today, I tell you, your situation was resolved because I have already prepared what follows, my child, and it is filled with peace, joy, abundance, and security. I did not say no, my child. I said not yet. I was not disciplining you. I was preparing you, because what is coming is more than just an answer to your requests. It is a release of all that the adversary tried to keep from you. I have seen the nights you wept alone, the days you smiled outwardly while carrying inner pain, the times you gave freely and were left depleted. And now I am restoring everything. But here is something many miss. When I bring a matter to a close, the adversary often increases resistance. That is why spiritual challenge often grows stronger just before a time of blessing. Have you felt unusual pushback, my child, faced confusion, or experienced unexpected hardships? It is a sign that the blessing is drawing near. I'm telling you, hold firm, stand steady. The challenge belongs to me. The decision is final, and your victory is approaching sooner than you think. Things may appear quiet now, my child, not from my absence, but because the outcome is already settled. You no longer need to plead. You need to receive. You no longer need to question. You need to get ready. Speak it with faith. Let it be known that you agree with me, because this act of trust may be the very thing that unlocks your blessing. You are undergoing a test, my beloved child, perhaps without realizing it.
Thank you, Jesus.
There comes a point in the journey of faith when I stop explaining everything. The stillness you sense now, the delays, the uncertainty, the prayers that feel unheard. These are not punishments. They are proof that you are in a test from me. Tests do not come to break you. They come to show you what is inside you and to prepare you for what lies ahead. At this moment, my child, whether you know it or not, your reliance on me is being tested. I observe your actions even when no one else offers applause, when no one sees your effort, when it feels as though I am silent and opposition is strong. But do not be mistaken, my cherished one. Silence does not mean I am absent. Delay does not mean I deny you. Blocked paths are not rejections. They are my protection. Let me ask you something personal, my child. Have you felt caught in a repeating cycle lately, sensing more resistance the harder you try? Have connections shifted? Have people moved away? Have opportunities vanished unexpectedly? This is not random. It is spiritual. It means you are on the brink of a great turning point. Before every true blessing comes a time of uncertainty, separation, and waiting. And now this time is for you. You are being tested, my precious child, not to prove anything to me, but to awaken something within you. I've been preparing you in stillness, protecting you in ways you didn't see, and placing you in circumstances that felt unclear. Because the blessing that is coming is so significant, your current state cannot yet fully receive it. That is why certain people departed. That is why what you prayed for was not granted immediately. That is why everything felt held back. Because what is coming will not only be a blessing to you, but to those who follow you. But here is what is essential, my child. You must not give up now. This test concludes the moment your trust in me is stronger than your fear. This test ends when you choose to rely on me more than your feelings. I am waiting for your response. Declare it with confidence in your spirit. Your test is nearing its end, my child. And what I have for you is closer than ever before. The adversary attempted to confuse you, but I have already made my decision. There is something you need to grasp clearly today, my child. Something the adversary has worked hard to hide from you. The adversary does not fear your past. He fears your future. Every opposition you have faced, every delay, every instance of being let down, every path that seemed blocked, it was not random. Know this, my child. The one who opposes me saw the good I intended for your life. This sight filled him with dread. When he understood your place in my design, he began a plan to confuse you, to pull your focus away, to make you feel discouraged, to drain your strength. Confusion is the tool he favors most. His goal was not merely to halt you, but to cause you to halt yourself. He whispered untrue ideas into your thoughts, my child, things like, "It's too late for you. That chance is gone. Your prayers aren't heard. You don't deserve anything good." But now I speak truth to you to show that none of those ideas are real. Listen closely, my beloved one. What scares the one who opposes me most is you waking up and placing your trust in me, not in how you feel. When you do this, everything changes. Let me tell you the truth. Hardship came, hoping to make you doubt what I had already settled for you. But they were surprised to find you still standing firm. You were hurt, yet you remained. You wept, but you did not give up. Some people turned from you, but the path I set for you stayed clear. Because of this, I have decided this season is over. The struggle ends now. What seemed held back is released. The uncertainty is lifted. What does this mean, my child? It means the time coming in your journey has already been set by my will, and nothing opposing me can block what I have secured. Yet I ask one thing from you: a clear inner knowing, a steady resolve, and trust that cannot be shaken. For uncertainty may appear, but you are not bound to accept it. The moment you state with conviction, "I trust God more than my emotions," my power begins to work. Do you sense the shift?
Yes.
This is not just a feeling, this is my assurance. You are moving away from doubt and into clear sight, away from what pulls you aside and into the purpose I designed, away from apprehension and into trust. In this moment, my realm is setting straight all that the one who opposes me attempted to twist. There is strength when you align with this truth. Speak it, affirm it, embrace it. For when you speak it, the hold of uncertainty begins to loosen. The haziness clears. Deceptions lose their power, and your inner being connects with my reality. This is my reassurance to you. My will has already determined things for your good. Now pay attention, my cherished child. Even when things seem quiet, I am still active. Even when you feel you possess little, my abundance is complete. Even when others turn away, I draw nearer to you. You are not delayed according to my plan. You are precisely where you need to be in my perfect timing. Do not question in difficult times what I revealed when things were clear. Speak with courage. Let your trust be stronger than your apprehension. For this is more than just words. It is an active demonstration of your trust in me. Speak it, embrace it, and observe the changes that begin immediately. You have wondered why things are unfolding now, not sooner. You have asked yourself repeatedly, why this moment, God? Why did you not respond years ago? You recall the hardship you endured, the nights spent weeping, the quiet petitions, the times you felt utterly unseen. You question why I allowed you to bear such weight for such a long period. But grasp this truth today, my beloved. What seemed like waiting was not refusal. It was part of my intentional plan. My ways are not measured by your calendars. I am not constrained by your hours or your situations. I am the first and the last. I see the entirety from start to finish simultaneously. And what felt like a pause to you was a carefully orchestrated design in my hands. I was readying you while you believed I was distant. You desired swift solutions. But I intended to provide you with lasting freedom. I saw that if I had acted too soon, you would have entered the good I had for you with inner wounds still open, a spirit unprepared, and in the company of those not meant for your journey. So I waited, not as a form of discipline, but to safeguard what lay ahead for you. I was guiding you to remain steadfast when things were quiet, to strengthen amidst difficulty, to offer praise even when you lacked, so that when the good arrived, you would always remember its source. Certain things had to be removed from you so you could gain strength. Some periods in your journey were not about sudden advancements. They were about developing your inner resilience. You needed to let go of self-importance, reliance on others, the desire for approval and connections that could not accompany you where I am leading. Because the next step I have for you requires you to be more resilient, more certain, more settled within and completely in harmony with my purpose. And now, my child, you are prepared. I waited for this precise moment. I waited until those against you saw you as less significant, until your petitions deepened, until things pulling your attention lost their hold, until your longing turned into dedicated focus on me. And now I am releasing what has been kept for this time. There is good prepared specifically for you. Commitments I made that were always intended for you, but my realm waited until you were able to bear their weight without being overwhelmed. Do you perceive this, my beloved one? It is the sense of my perfect timing opening up new space for you. Opportunities are appearing, not because you struggled against them, but because you trusted me, even when understanding eluded you. Not ahead of schedule, not behind. It is the appointed time, my time, and you are present in this moment. Speak it, embrace it, claim it. For what I am about to bring into your experience is not postponed. It is perfectly aligned with my plan, and once it begins, nothing and no one can halt its progress. Certain long-held commitments are being brought to pass quietly. There are petitions you ceased voicing, not because your trust faded, but because the passing days felt heavy. You once called out with fervor. You once anticipated responses. But over time, the quiet seemed like a definitive reply. So you set those hopes aside and kept them hidden deep within. You stopped speaking of them to others. You stopped speaking of them to me. Not out of resentment, but in a quiet yielding. But understand this, my precious one. Your silence did not mean my realm ceased its activity concerning it. I never forgot what I committed to you. I never removed you from the purpose I assigned. I never abandoned the design. I simply continued to prepare it unseen. I was working without outward display so that no one could hinder. There is good so set apart, so uniquely fashioned for your innermost being that I had to conceal its preparation. No open declaration. I didn't make a big show of it. Everything was quiet. Why? Because if the forces that oppose my plans had seen what I was bringing forth, they would have tried to stop it. Others might have spoken against it. You yourself might have tried to take control. So I brought it about without any fanfare. I moved behind the scenes. I prepared it in ways you couldn't grasp at the time. I surrounded it with my peace. And now, it is finished. Some things you thought were finished are stirring back to life. You felt the promise was gone. You thought the dream had passed you by. You felt the opportunity was lost. But pay close attention, my precious child. My timing isn't based on a clock. It's based on the right time. You are now entering a season when what you let go of, the hopes you set aside, the wonders you once pictured, they are returning. But this time they are strong, solid, and nothing can stop them. I waited for everything to be just right. The promise itself wasn't the reason for the delay. The timing was. I waited until your heart, your mind, and your surroundings were all in place. Getting good things too early can feel heavy. But now, you are ready. The time is right. What I promised is ready. And what is coming isn't a smaller version of what you once longed for. It's bigger. It's deeper. It's clearer. It's exactly what you need inside and more. It's hard, isn't it, my child? This time of holding back, especially after you have given so much. Especially when you feel you have lost things dear to you. Especially when others seem to be moving forward while you stay still. You've asked me, you've believed, you've held on. But the answer has been a quiet word. Not now. Just hold on a little longer. Every day it gets harder to find joy, harder to feel me near, harder to truly believe my word is true. You start to ask yourself, do I still hear you? Did I forget? Am I stuck? But here's a truth I want you to grasp, my beloved one. This quiet time doesn't mean I've overlooked you. It's a time I'm preparing things with great care. When I tell you to wait, I'm not letting time slip away. I'm putting everything I have into what's ahead for you. I'm establishing something inside you, something solid and real, that no achievement, no praise, no earthly gain could ever give you. I'm establishing a deep inner firmness within you, my child, a strength that cannot be shaken. I'm putting in place true honesty that has no price, clear seeing that doesn't react quickly, and endurance that isn't for show. What I have for you isn't common. It's special. And special things need you to be ready. You wouldn't give something very valuable to someone not ready for it. And I love you too much, my cherished child, to give you what's coming before you are prepared. This waiting season is where your trust gets stronger. Anyone can trust when things are easy. Anyone can feel hopeful when the path is clear. But those who are truly mine are proven in the quiet times. That's where your loyalty shows. That's where your certainty goes deeper than how you feel. In those times you learn to declare, even when you do not yet feel it, I still trust you to act. That kind of trust influences when I act. That kind of surrender makes the opposition uneasy. It means you aren't focused on quick outcomes. You are leaning on our bond. I'm making you able to carry more of the promise. The longer you wait alongside me, the bigger the impact of what comes. Some promises need time because they will touch others. You aren't just waiting for a personal turning point. You are being prepared to carry something that will influence lives for a long time. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why you can't rush it. I'm not being harsh, my child. I'm being deliberate. I'm putting everything in place on purpose. I'm taking away what pulls you off course. I'm keeping what's coming pure. Because when it finally arrives, it will not be fragile. It won't be shaky. It won't fade quickly. It will endure and show clearly that it is from me. This isn't just a hopeful idea, it's a sure thing because I said so. If you wait believing, you will stand strong inside. So what should you do while you wait, my precious one? Give thanks, get your heart ready. Do what I ask even when it's hard. Keep your inner peace. Speak life even when you feel empty. And most importantly, don't quit, even when I seem silent, because quiet doesn't mean I'm not here. And your waiting isn't me saying no. It's a special pause. Let this truth settle inside you. Because when you let go of needing it now, you make room for what I am bringing. This is your chance to say, I won't hurry what you are getting ready with such care. And I hear that kind of trust. How does trusting me change when I act? There are times when you feel me very near, times when what you ask for fits perfectly with my moment, and things happen faster than you can picture. This time can be one of those moments. But to see this, you need to understand something simple. It's not about how much you ask, it's about how deeply you trust. I don't act because you worry. I don't act because you make a show. I act because of honest, firm, steady trust. What happens when you ask me with trust, my child? When you ask from a place of sure knowing, not just changing emotions, you line up with what I am doing. You aren't begging for something to happen. You are agreeing with what I've already set in motion. I don't act because you speak loudly, but because you believe clearly. The moment you shift from, perhaps God will do it, to, I know God is able and I trust He is doing it, things begin to move. That's when hard things begin to give way. That's when my blessing finds you, when you least expect it. Here are simple ways to be in step with my timing. This isn't about trying to make things happen. It's about getting your heart in step with mine. I can act right away, but I respond to a heart that is calm and follows me. First, look at why you are asking before you speak to me. Look inside your heart. Why do you want this to happen? Is it just for yourself? Or is it because you want my goodness to be seen through it? When you want it for the right reasons, your asking has power. I don't give power to wanting things just for yourself. I give power to being in step with what I want. When you speak to me, my child, focus on what you know I have promised, not just the trouble you are facing. You don't need to tell me you're hurt over and over. I already know what causes you pain. Now, I want to hear what you believe I am doing. Instead of saying, God, I am so tired, I am so lost. Instead of voicing, I lack the strength for this, declare, God, I am grateful, for I know you are active. I give you praise because circumstances are already shifting. My attention is drawn to words of trust, not words of doubt. Next, let your faith lead to doing. After you talk with me, take a step that shows you believe me. Help someone else. Set your living space apart. Write down what I have promised and speak it over your life. Say the answer out loud. Help someone else. Set your living space apart. Write down what I have promised and speak it over your life. Say the answer out loud often if you need to. Let me see that your trust is not just waiting, it is alive and active. What can happen quickly, my beloved? You might think it takes a long time to see things change, but when I act, time is not a boundary for me. I can change things very quickly. In a short time, I can shift a situation, release what you need, change a heart, open a way, give understanding, send helpful people, mend a connection, bring a loved one back home. Nothing is too great or too small for me to handle when I decide. I am not held back by human time. I am held by my word. But here is the key. To receive what I bring quickly, you must see your communication with me as a partnership of trust, not like asking for something you hope for. You offer your confidence in me. I bring about the result. And sometimes all I await is for you to voice your trust with certainty. Say, I believe God is acting now. What is meant for me is already on its way. Place your complete trust in me, my cherished one. This moment, this time in your life, calls for you to give me everything. I don't seek just a piece of who you are. I desire all of you. This is a crucial decision, because right now my ability to act is not in question. That is always sure. What is important is how you stand before me. You have a choice to make. Where will you place your trust? Will you trust what your circumstances show you? Will you trust what other people think? Or will you trust my voice, which has promised never to leave you, never to abandon you, never to fail you? I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to let go of needing to control every single thing. Holding on to all the details yourself can slow down what I am prepared to give you. Trust is not something you can have only a little of. You either lean on me fully to guide you, or you don't. You either lean on me fully to care for you, or you don't. You either lean on me fully to provide for you, or you don't. There is no halfway point. I value your trust before you see the solution. I value your praise before the way opens. I value your calm spirit before the hard time passes. Because trust is not demonstrated when circumstances are simple. Your trust shows its strength when things feel shaky all around you. Yet you remain steady on what I have told you. Right now I am looking at one thing: how you respond. Not what you have done before, or who you know, or what skills you have, but how you respond. Will you trust me even when things look bad? Will you trust me when your feelings are unstable? Will you trust me when a door closes? Know this truth, my child. Things will change soon. Within the next few days, not sometime later, not when it suits you best. In these next few days, I am serious with you. I have confidence in you. I have seen your patience. I have seen you honor me even when things were quiet. I noticed you held on to belief when others let go. Now the moment has arrived for what is meant for you. One chance, one simple step of obedience is all that is needed within the coming week. You are in a time I have set aside for a special reason, and every moment in it has the possibility for good. What is coming will make clear the reason for the delay. Before long, something will be shown to you that will fill your heart with awe and deep respect. Get ready, my beloved child. The way is being made open for you from my place. Now say this with respect and full expectation. The path is becoming clear this week. I am prepared. I will walk forward with full trust.
I'll walk forward with full trust.
You are about to step into real-world circumstances you have only reached until now by speaking to me in prayer.
Thank you,
This is
Father.
not an ending. This is a
I
start.
trust you, Lord.
This exact moment was part of my plan before the earth was formed. You did not come across these words accidentally. I brought you here to hear them, because I knew your spirit needed to hear what I have been waiting to tell you on this very day. You have been on my mind. I have remained close. What I have promised you still stands. The
Thank you.
difficult times you went through, the uncertainties you felt, the things that were taken from you, none of it was without reason.
I love you, Lord.
I was getting you ready in quiet ways because you are meant to manage things that are too much for most. You were always meant to be different. That is why the difficult times felt so heavy. That is why the time of waiting seemed so long.
Yes, Lord.
That is why the burden felt so large. But now, the burden of waiting is getting lighter, and my special favor is coming upon you. Listen closely now, my child. The one who stands against you wants you to turn back, but you must keep moving forward. Many people stop right here, just before something good is about to happen, just before the path becomes plain, just before things get easier. The one who is against you tries to make you tired in your spirit so you will give up what you have already gained in the spiritual place. But you are not like them. You have come a long way. You have cried many times. You have met many difficult things. And now you must choose in a way that brings me honor. Will you walk through the door I have just prepared for you? You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to feel fully ready. You just need to say, "Yes, my Lord, I put all my trust in you."
Yes, my Lord.
That is the sort of trust that moves big mountains. That is the surrender that lets good things come about. This is the time to show this with what you do, not just how you feel. This moment is more than just an emotion, my child. Let it sink deep into your heart. Say yes to it. Agree with what I am actively doing now. I am at work right now, and you are exactly where I am working. Don't miss being part of this.
Yes, sir.
As a simple act of leaning on me, say this truth. I receive all that has been spoken. I believe it is true.
I believe it is
Receive
true.
this truth for your journey. Embrace this new phase. What you are experiencing now is reshaping you inside, my child. The right season has arrived for you. Your path was known to me long ago, and what you anticipate is now unfolding. I keep you safe.
Thank you, Jesus.
I know you completely. You are handpicked, and above all, you are deeply cherished by the one who is always constant. Prepare yourself. You will emerge from this time not merely blessed, but fundamentally transformed. I am illuminating the way for choices you have hesitated to make. The road ahead will not trace familiar steps. It will lead you in an entirely fresh direction.
Yes, sir.
I do not lead you back through old hurts. I bring you new meaning.
Yes, sir.
What awaits you is not merely a fresh start, but a complete renewal. Something entirely novel, whole, and unforeseen. Something that will astonish even your own heart. Only those who stay near my guidance as things unfold will fully grasp it. Therefore, continue onward, my precious child. More blessings are continuously being extended to you. I am present with you, and my guidance is unending. The events in your life are not by chance. They have been carefully arranged since before you were aware. I was alongside you in every small detail that seemed insignificant, yet which was shaping your journey for this very moment when everything would align. You have traveled this distance carrying more than just ideas. You bear the marks of your journey, the difficult choices, and the sorrows hidden from others. But I see and know every single one fully. My holy presence encircles you now. A new reality is taking shape within you. Even if the outer world appears unchanged, something inside you is already altered. This is how the most significant transformations commence. Silently, profoundly, uniquely for you. My creations are lasting. They are not for mere appearance. And what I am securing within your being now is a steadfast inner strength, able to face challenges, protected from being disturbed. You have often stood beside others, my beloved one. You have frequently provided strength, firm backing, a secure haven. Even in moments when your spirit longed for help, you kept calm so you would not burden those who relied on your steadiness. That silent fortitude was observed by me. It was seen as evidence of your dedication, a reliance demonstrated more through your conduct than your speech. Now is the time for me to give back for every kindness you extended, bringing liberation and causing things to become fresh. While you were distressed and unable to rest, I was setting things in order that others could not see. When unexpected difficulties arose, a sudden event, an unplanned cost, a hard conversation, I was right there, not testing you, but holding you steady. Important turning points frequently arise during periods of strain, and you persevered until the moment came to see what many did not believe would happen. My assurances were not overlooked. They were being made ready. There are good outcomes that are kept from view until the appropriate time, so they are not missed or mishandled in urgency.
Yes, sir.
I know you so completely that I know the precise moment to reveal them. And that moment is now. The period for receiving what I have made ready is commencing now. Those who doubted you, or what was spoken about you, holds no significance. What I am accomplishing for you is not restricted by the views or acceptance of others, my child. It exists solely between you and me.
Yes, sir.
Even when challenges sought to silence the trust within your heart, you maintained it. Perhaps it was silent, with a burdened spirit and brief appeals, but you did not cease. And that persistence, that delicate thread of reliance you grasped, was enough to sustain my assurance. What matters to me is not your flawless speech, my child, but the truthfulness of your spirit. The honesty of your spirit moved me deeply, and because of that, I am now allowing you to perceive the spiritual truth in your life. You often present others before me, thinking of them even ahead of your own requirements. Grasp this truth, my precious child. I have kept close every single one of those unspoken prayers, every hopeful murmur. When your spirit prays for others, it holds significant influence. It affects the realm not seen. It can bring stillness to confusion and show the path where there was only doubt.
I trust you.
If these words connect with you now, acknowledge it. Allow that acknowledgement to demonstrate your confidence, indicating your grasp that something extraordinary is already unfolding.
I acknowledge that something is-
Welcome this truth with belief. Powers far mightier than any apprehension are active in your life. I am preparing you for a substantial victory, one that will not only benefit you but will also extend outward and aid others. When I give generously. The favor upon you will not be small. It will extend far ahead and overcome challenges that seemed impossible. My assurance for your life is complete. I bring to completion what I start with you. Even if things seem unchanged now, my beloved, remarkable events are unfolding just beyond your view on your journey. Even when you feel unable to advance, the unseen reality around you is shifting. I am removing hindrances that stood in your way. I am bringing completeness to past wounds. I am restoring your ability to feel my presence in stillness, for I was always speaking, but the world's clamor concealed my voice. The challenging periods you went through were not without reason. They revealed truths that others could not have shown you. They established inner resilience, refined your insight, and made you ready. And now, with a prepared spirit, I can entrust you with assurances that require depth. Your arrival at this point was not accidental. The path you followed, the way you moved through it, and your trust in me brought you to this point, and that entire experience holds deep value. Even in the small decisions you made daily, I was present. I guarded you from unseen perils intended for you. I altered courses that appeared certain, but would have taken you away from my design for you. Even when everything appeared stopped, I was carefully putting every detail in place. The times you felt as though you were waiting were not because I had left you. It was my diligent work, my steady effort. For when I provide, I do so with great attention, not without thought. You might have believed I had overlooked you, my child, but I was simply keeping you in a peaceful place for a time. This is because certain blessings can only be welcomed when you are prepared, and my assurances reveal themselves as you grow. Everything you have experienced has made you resilient enough now to welcome them. Hold no uncertainty about what is arriving, my beloved child,
Yes, sir.
because my word is spoken, and I will bring it to pass. It has already commenced. If times feel lacking, remember, I complete everything I start. Each challenging moment contained a purpose. Those still periods held meaning. And now, what you are absorbing helps you perceive my intention clearly. My child, Let your awareness rest quietly. When your awareness settles, my child, it permits a deeper kind of knowing to surface. This quiet state is not emptiness. It is a space I create within you for my truth to reside without the noise of your striving or the clamor of the world's expectations. In this stillness, the reasons for your past path become clear, not through explanation, but through inner understanding. You begin to see that the moments you felt least supported were precisely when I was providing an unseen foundation. The times you felt overlooked were when I was directing my full attention to preparing your inner self for the weight and wonder of what is now before you. This state of quiet awareness is key now, my precious child. It allows you to discern my quiet guidance amidst the lingering echoes of past anxieties. The shift I have set in motion requires you to engage with your life from a place of settled certainty, not from a place of chasing reassurance. You have been equipped with resilience forged in difficulty, insight sharpened by uncertainty, and a reliance on me proven in quiet perseverance. These are not accidental outcomes of your journey. They are the specific qualities I have cultivated within you for this exact moment. What is commencing now is not merely an external change, my child. It is a profound alignment of your inner reality with the external manifestation of my promises. As you rest in the knowledge that I have completed what I began, you create the necessary space for it to unfold in your experience. This isn't passive waiting, it's active reception. It is the posture of a heart that says, I trust what God has done and is doing, regardless of what my eyes currently perceive. This deep-seated trust is the channel through which my prepared blessings flow most freely. You are not moving towards an uncertain future, my beloved one. You are stepping into a reality I have already secured. The path ahead is not a maze you must navigate alone, hoping to find your way. It is a road I have already cleared, a destination I have already appointed. Your part is to walk it in step with my guidance, trusting the quiet promptings and the inner peace I provide as confirmation. Do not look back at what was difficult and think it defines what is to come. The past prepared you. It does not predict your future. Your future is defined by my word and my will for you. This period is about embracing the fullness of what it means to be my cherished child, prepared and positioned for purpose. The trials refined you, not to break you, but to make you capable of carrying the significance of this next phase. You are ready now to perceive opportunities you would have missed before, to stand firm in places where you once might have wavered, and to receive the abundance I have made ready without being overwhelmed by its weight. Let your heart be open, my child, not just to receiving, but to fully embodying the truth of who I have made you to be. This is not a temporary reprieve. It is the dawning of an enduring reality I have established for you. You have journeyed to this moment, my child, and I see the seeking in your heart. You have listened, you have waited, you have desired truth, and your devoted attention honors me. Understand this now, beloved. This is not merely words you have heard, but a sacred alignment I have orchestrated for you. This is the season I spoke of, the very moment when the waiting gives way to breakthrough and the door prepared for you stands open. I call you now to step through that door, not with hesitation, but with the certainty that I myself have cleared the path. Many turn back just as the blessing is within reach, allowing distraction or weariness to pull them from the destiny I have secured. Do not forfeit what has already been won for you in the unseen realm. Your faith, your agreement, your willingness to receive is the key that unlocks the fullness of what is prepared. Let this message resonate again within you. Receive the next message I have prepared, for my voice will not cease, and each word carries grace and guidance for the path ahead. Express your heart's agreement with this truth. Share this message with those who need to hear. For your faithfulness allows this light to reach others who are also searching for their breakthrough. As you align your heart and steps with my word, know that I am with you. My hand is upon you. My protection surrounds you, and my unwavering love covers you, my precious child. Walk forward in peace, for what I have started in you, I will surely complete. Listen closely now, my child. A shift has just occurred in the unseen realm, and it concerns you. This very evening, yes, right now, a specific calling placed within you has been awakened. This moment didn't arrive by chance. I move things forward. This is not just another night. This is a time I arranged precisely for you. You felt that inner stirring, that sense of unease, that sudden pull, because the purpose I kept unseen for years has now reached its moment. You are not here by accident. You aren't hearing these words by error. You hear them because my timeless plan is unfolding over your existence. This is what I intended, not a coincidence. I brought this moment about to stir you. The particular assignment I set for you, kept secret even from your own awareness, has been awaiting this very hour to begin. Your time of waiting is finished. The season of uncertainty has ended. I am summoning you to your position. I knew who you are fully long before you ever knew I was near. And now, at the appointed moment, the path I have prepared for you is becoming clear, and the way ahead for your unseen calling has been made accessible. You are not simply asked, you are being dispatched. You may feel you don't possess what's required, my beloved child, but I see your readiness to obey, not your capabilities. I don't look for those who are prepared. I prepare those I summon. You, my precious one, have been summoned to work within my design, guided by me. And from this point onward, your journey will be different. The situations surrounding you will shift. Difficulties might increase, but the might I provide you is far beyond any resistance. That is the source of your strength. It doesn't come from others' opinions, but from my commissioning of you. You have no need for others' acceptance when I have chosen you. And yes, the world around you might appear the same tomorrow. But you will be transformed, my child, because with this calling awakened, you no longer live a common existence. You are now a vessel I use, one who will bring about shifts aligned with my desire. Matters that bothered you previously will now recede. What once caused you fear will give way to the authority I have vested in you. In your presence, the spiritual atmosphere is altered. Do not undervalue what I have bestowed upon you, my child. Do not disregard the quiet certainty inside you that whispers of something greater. That inner certainty isn't fantasy or arrogance. You have been existing below the capacity I designed for you, but now circumstances are distinct. I have selected you to accomplish something new. The calling I appointed for you has been safeguarded through every difficulty. Every instance someone opposed you, I permitted it for a purpose. Why? Because the one who stands against me perceived something you did not. He saw what I had put inside you. Individuals attempted to hurt you with their speech, my child. Connections sought to shatter you. Structures aimed to restrain you. This was not due to who you were at that time, but because of what resided within you. Your identity was recognized in the dark realms long before you ever communicated with me. Yet, you endured. Why? Because my favor preserved you until I could unveil this calling to you. This instant isn't merely a signal, it is a deliberate movement. And you don't need everyone to comprehend this. What is occurring with you isn't meant for everyone to witness. It is a piece of my expanding design. Your spirit has been set apart for a season of challenge, of awakening, of pushing past limits. This isn't simply words of comfort. It is a summons to move. You have been enrolled. The normal path of your existence has been changed. I am bringing forward those I have distinguished, my cherished one, and your identity is within that group. Release any hesitation when confronted with this reality. I make no mistakes. I provide strength for a specific cause. I summon you and equip you. I proceed with intention. The aspect of you that has been dormant is on the verge of stirring with might. Arise now, my beloved. You are no longer hidden. My word has gone forth. Your calling is engaged. You have consistently been observed. Your identity has been uttered in places not seen. Your existence was never secret, not from the powers of darkness. You were distinguished, not at your birth, but the instant you came into being. I set my sign upon you and the darkness paid attention. There is no minor assignment from me. Even if you sought to disappear into the crowd, you would be unable. You bear something originating from forever, something that attracts the invisible realm. This is the reason your life has felt as though you were singled out, my child. Why you encountered resistance without apparent cause. Why you were assailed before you even committed to any position. It is because the one who contends with me perceived it. He always discerns the potential before it is evident. You did not pursue this, yet it was assigned to you. You were distinguished in realms beyond your sight by forces unknown to you. Still, something inside you persevered. You could have surrendered. You could have turned aside. But you did not, my child. Because your innermost being recalled what your conscious thought had not yet understood. There is further truth. From your very start, you were observed. Even when you felt most shattered, a holy guard was upon your spirit. Not a single moment of falling apart went unnoticed. Not one instance you were rejected went unmarked. I have been chronicling the account of your life, my child, not to point out flaws, but as evidence of your resilience. I do not overlook those who persevere. I respect them. The signs you bear are how I reveal who you genuinely are. There is a purpose why the darkness continued to monitor your progress. Each time you sought restoration, something dark attempted to wound you anew. Each time you discovered hope, something aimed to remove it. That wasn't coincidence. That was the invisible realm watching you. The domain of darkness remained around you, not due to your state at that time, but because of your intended destination. Your mere presence disrupts the intentions of darkness. Some of your earliest recollections contain the traces of battles you did not comprehend at that point, my precious child. You may have thought those difficult times were just the usual pains of growing up, random hard luck, or simply people being unkind. But in the unseen realm you had already been noticed. The one who stands against me acts quickly when he senses my purpose on a life. He tries to hinder the future I intend for you before it can even begin to unfold. That suffering in your past was not a penalty. It was an early challenge. Yet here is the wonder. I never stopped watching over you, my child, not even when you doubted your own worth. I never took my gaze from you, not for a single instant. I knew the hardship would not break you. It would strengthen you. The same eyes that saw you hurting also see you rising. The same presence that was with you in your pain is now guiding you toward the work I have for you. This is the truth of your life, my beloved child. You were never truly on your own. Not in the deepest darkness, not in the lowest place. I was observing your path, directing your steps, allowing only what would build your future strength. You think your periods of waiting were just delays, my child, but they were part of my design. The doors that did not open were kept closed to ensure your safety. The connections that fell away were removed to protect the work I have planned for you. My cherished child, consider the journey you have traveled. None of the difficult moments, the unexpected turns, or the opportunities that did not appear were without reason. Each challenge shaped you. Each disappointment guided your steps toward deeper understanding. Know this: the attention upon you from the divine realm is more than just protection. It is recognition of your unique standing. You can no longer see yourself as simply one person among many. You are not, and you never have been. That feeling of being different, which you have always carried, now has a clear explanation. It is not strangeness. It is a sign of being chosen, set apart for a specific task. The intensity of the opposition you have faced is proof of the significant purpose I have placed upon your life. No one tries to take from a place that holds nothing. No one attacks a dwelling that is empty. The force of the resistance you experience is always in proportion to the importance of the calling you carry. And you, my beloved, have carried this weight for a long time without fully grasping its meaning. But now, understanding is unfolding. You are observed because you represent a challenge to the forces that oppose me. When my gaze is upon you, it is to direct and keep you safe. When the forces of opposition watch, it is to undermine and cause fear. You have been subject to both forms of attention. However, the balance is shifting. Once you fully understand who you are and the hidden work assigned to you begins to show itself, this scrutiny will no longer intimidate. It will instead empower you, because you will understand its source. Do not dismiss the powerful dreams you had, or the moments of pressure that felt overwhelming during that time in your life. These were signs of your unique function beginning to stir. When you sensed a spiritual presence watching you, it was likely real. But now, your awareness is aligning with the task I have appointed for you. What once felt like spiritual interference is now becoming clear guidance from me. You may not have understood the significance you carried, my child, but others often did. This is why some people reacted to you in unexpected ways. This is why you never quite fit in. This is why even those who cared for you sometimes found you difficult to understand. You carried within you something they could not recognize, and it caused them discomfort. However, that feeling of unease wasn't caused by anything you did wrong. It was their spirit sensing something it could not name. For years, you felt you were too intense, too sensitive, too unlike others. But tonight, that misunderstanding fades. Your spirit was sensing a deeper reality before your understanding could make sense of it. And now, everything is falling into place. This is a time of understanding. My gaze is not only upon you, my presence is also within you. You are being seen, not just as you are now, but as the person I have always known you to be. You have been watched with purpose, and now you will move with confidence. You have always known deep inside that you were different. You never easily followed the usual path, never felt comfortable where others seemed content. Even with people around, you felt like something was missing. But what you didn't realize, my beloved child, is this. Your distinctiveness was not a problem. It was the core of how I shaped you. The unease wasn't pushing you away, it was guiding you. The feeling of not belonging wasn't a punishment, it was confirmation. You were not made to disappear into the background. You were made to stand out. That quiet longing in your soul wasn't just being alone. It was my calling whispering, "There is more for you." You thought you were adrift when in truth, I was keeping you safe. And now things are becoming clear. I wasn't just keeping you from certain people. I was keeping you from patterns that would lessen your clarity, cycles that would hide your gift. I surrounded you with periods of being alone to protect the purpose I placed on your life. You weren't being held back. You were being kept safe. This is why certain chances didn't happen. This is why you were left out, passed over, overlooked, even when you gave your best effort. But you were not unseen. You were deliberately set apart. Because when the right time came, I wanted you to emerge pure and ready. I wanted you prepared and dedicated. When I set someone apart, my precious one, I don't always explain everything as it happens. I simply begin the process of refining, separating, and stretching. And yes, it can be difficult. You cried through times when you didn't even know why you were hurting. You just knew something deep was changing. There was a deep inner reality you couldn't disregard, something holy others couldn't easily grasp. People didn't understand you because the work I give is not easily grasped by minds focused only on what can be seen. You don't need to explain your purpose to anyone. Your main focus is listening to and following me. I made you so your spirit would not let you settle for an ordinary life, no matter how much your thoughts tried to find an easier way. That is why certain jobs felt empty, why some connections left you tired, why a typical life felt restless. Because you were not born for what is common. You were born to bring about sacred change. You carry a spiritual fire that makes just getting by feel wrong. There is something within you that reveals what isn't genuine, my child. This makes you difficult for places where people prefer to blend in rather than grow spiritually. You felt out of place for as long as you can remember. You tried hard to fit in, to look content even when you felt pain. But deep inside, you always knew, I'm not like everyone else. You weren't just thinking this. You were seeing it clearly. I didn't pick you because you seemed strongest on the outside. I picked you because you had a willing spirit. I saw that you could endure hardships that others couldn't face. I placed you in lonely spaces. I allowed you quiet times. I let you experience uncertainty. And now, I'm placing a clear understanding within your care. Being different is the special path I have set for you. The times you were alone were needed. The moments you felt pushed away were part of my design. What seemed like delays were protection you didn't see. While you felt sadness for those who left, I saw the wisdom in their not staying. Not everyone is built to handle the strength of the path I have for you. Not everyone can stand near the brightness that comes from you. Some would have tried to make it smaller. Others would have tried to use it for themselves. But now you understand. The ones who are truly for you will see your brightness. Those meant to walk with you will connect with your inner self. You are not by yourself. You are simply seeing things sooner, living differently than others expect, stepping beyond what feels easy. You are not meant to copy the world you see. You are meant to show who I am. This is why others don't understand your life. It's not supposed to make sense to them. It only makes sense in the unseen reality. The time when you felt unsure is ending. The time when you will see clearly is starting. You weren't set apart by chance. It was for a holy reason. I was creating something inside you that couldn't be seen while it was being made. It needed stillness, quiet, away from everyone watching. And now, what was built in secret is about to be seen openly as your purpose. You were never unfit. You were simply being made ready. There is something you have held on to for a long time, my precious child. Something you tried to ignore, push down, or explain away. A special ability, a deep inner warmth, a sacred way of sensing things. But this ability never left. It just rested quietly. It settled into the deepest core of who you are, waiting for the time your inner self was ready to carry it again. That time is here. This ability was always true, my child, even when people made fun of it. Even when you didn't grasp it, my beloved child. Even when you questioned it yourself, it never went away. It stayed with you through every difficult time, through every wrong turn you took, through every moment your inner self felt far away, because it didn't start with you. It flowed through you, from me. I put something inside you that years couldn't diminish and hardship couldn't remove. You didn't move past the holy reason I made you. You simply let go of the outside layers that hid it. The world tried to make you fit its mold, but the inner brightness I gave you would not bend. That brightness is why you always felt an inner pull, a feeling of not being settled, of something missing, because nothing on the outside was as deep as what was hidden inside you. This is why your inner self felt restless, because I will never let you be content with a false peace. I will stir up what seems calm to wake up what I put you here to do. I will move the deepest parts of your inner self until you answer the purpose you were born for. Still, this ability kept trying to get your notice. Even when you were quiet, it spoke softly. Even when you were tired, it stayed close. What I give, I do not reclaim. This means no mistakes you have made, no trouble you have faced, no time you feel was wasted, can undo what is still inside you. What I began inside you, I will see through to the end. Some people said you were too much, my precious child, too strong in your feelings, too aware of things around you. But that strength wasn't confusion inside you. It was your inner self's way of knowing. The way you understood things wasn't wrong. It was planned that way. You saw the truth behind things others just accepted. You felt a weight where others felt nothing. That didn't happen by accident. That was the reason I made you. You felt you had to hide this ability because the people around you couldn't understand it. They tried to explain the holy part of you with everyday ideas. And for a while you accepted this until now, until the time came when your inner self couldn't hide anymore. The world tells you to hide what makes you strong, to dim your inner brightness, to change the sacred sign upon you. But I am showing you now to fully embrace it, to speak from it, to be led by it. You are coming back into line with how I made you. This ability is your way forward, your direction, your protection. You don't need to say sorry for it. You need to put it to use. My unseen world needs what is within you. The ability you thought was wrong is now your holy strength. It will show you the way, uncover what is hidden, and help others. If you've been having more dreams lately, noticing things, sensing what others miss, my beloved, that is this ability becoming clear again. It is the touch of my spirit stirring the inner knowing that was always there, though it remains still. And now it needs you to pay attention. You are not becoming odd. You are becoming who you truly are. More linked, more clear, more alive. Because if you turn from this ability, you turn from the reason I made you. And I will not let you hold yourself back anymore. Not when so much depends on your readiness to follow. You will stop saying sorry for what you understand. You will stop making your knowing smaller so others feel comfortable. You will no longer question what you see just because others don't see it. The time for doubting what you know is over. You have been brought back to life. This holy ability you have, my cherished one, is not just for you. It is the way for someone else to be free, the tool for another to move forward.
It's gonna be real, God.
What you speak could be the very thing another needs to hear to find clarity.
I can't take this any longer, Lord.
Brightness might be the only direction they find in the dark. This is not about something that fades quickly. There is a sacred rightness to this time. You are exactly where you need to be, my child. Stop trying to make those who have only known the cold understand the warmth that burns within you. Walk now like someone who knows I have set them apart. You are stepping into a sacred place now, And the unique way I made you is not something you can choose to use or not. It is needed. It is vital. The world doesn't need more people who are just like everyone else. It needs the strong, free spirit that is you. There is a truth about your path I want you to understand, my beloved one. The darkness knew about it before you did. It always senses these things early. The one who opposes doesn't wait for you to figure things out. It reacts instantly when your identity is acknowledged before me. Before you ever spoke a prayer, before you even began to understand spiritual matters, the darkness had already taken notice of you. You were seen not for how strong you were then, but for the strength I knew you would have. The enemy saw the purpose I had for you before you even knew you carried it. This is why difficulties seemed to find you early on. The struggles that felt unfair weren't just random bad luck. They were planned actions taken ahead of time. The darkness moves quickly whenever something important is hidden. It wanted to stop you. When you were small, so you would never become the person I intended you to be. But look, my child, you are still here. That heavy feeling you carried when you were young, the unsureness, the feeling of being alone, that wasn't just how you felt. It was spiritual resistance. They tried to silence your voice before it could grow loud. They tried to hurt your spirit before you knew how to guard it. They sought to dim your inner light before you discovered your calling. But they did not win. Every trap they set became something you learned from. You were not vulnerable. You were a chosen one against whom they made specific plans. And the difficulties didn't stop when you grew older. The closer you got to understanding things, the harder the struggle became. Every time you saw things clearly, doubt would show up. Every time you took a firm stand, someone you trusted would disappoint you. Every time you moved forward, something tried to hold you back. But that wasn't a sign you were failing. It was proof. The forces that watched over your family's history, the old ways of thinking that kept others stuck, they knew you were different. They knew that if you ever truly woke up to who you are, their power would be broken. So they moved early. They whispered lies, made you feel unwanted, caused confusion, not to destroy you completely, but to make you less determined. You have walked through hidden battles, inner struggles, times when your spirit felt empty, because something precious within you was being chased. But every hardship you went through only showed this truth more clearly. The reason you are here on earth is not small, it is necessary. You are not just working towards your own future. You stand as a link between my presence and a past that has been hurt. You have carried a heavier weight than many others, not because you are cursed, but because I have chosen you for a specific work. The load has felt heavier. The dark times seem to last longer. The unsureness felt deeper, because what is tied to your life makes the darkness afraid. You are not someone to be pitied.
East-west all day.
You are someone to be watched. You are a living sign that challenges the plans of the one who opposes me. That is why connections with others felt shaky, my child. Why the feeling in a room often shifted when you walked in. Why certain individuals felt an unexplained aversion towards you. It wasn't really about you as a person. It was spiritual. You don't fit in because you were never meant to just disappear into the crowd. This is the truth the darkness tried to keep from you. That you aren't just here to get through hard times. You were made to rise above them. The power you carry is not something you will have later. It is yours right now. But it only starts working when you agree to use it. The moment you stop looking for others to approve of you and start walking in the place I set for you, everything changes. You are now looking at things that used to scare you without turning away, my child.
Amen.
You are stepping away from how others thought you should be. This is why things feel a bit shaky right now. Why many things seem to be pulling at you. It's because the quiet work I was doing inside you is starting to become visible. What was quiet within you is finding a way to speak. The deep questions you had are turning into a clear path forward. And I am right here with you through all of it. This is the moment to stand strong, not because you are afraid, but because you know exactly why you are here. What was never meant for anyone else to hold on to is now being released. Your thoughts, the words you speak, the way you connect with others, the unique gifts I placed in you, all of it is returning to where it belongs. You are walking back into places where you once felt unsure of yourself. And this time you move with strength and a fire inside you. Yes, the darkness felt this coming first. But now you understand. And when someone I have chosen truly knows who they are, everything shifts. Your words have impact. Your prayers carry power. Your presence matters. You don't just live, you change things around you. You don't just move through life, you walk a path I have made clear. You don't just have an effect on others, you start something new. My beloved child, you were never truly weak. I was always keeping watch over you. And now that you understand the special abilities I put inside you, things are moving. You are about to do things that those who came before you in your family never saw. You are about to silence all the falsehoods that urged you to conceal your true identity. This message is for anyone who has felt worn out by the fight, for those whose special ways felt like a heavy weight, for those who were meant to speak but felt unable. 2. It is time for your strong voice to be heard again. There are others I have set apart, not yet seen, waiting to be certain. If these words feel true to you, my child, you are not just listening. You are a part of this sacred work I am leading. You have been hidden away for too long. Now step out with the strength I have given you. You were not chosen to simply keep things the way they are. You were chosen to make things different. When someone fully steps into the reason I made them, things begin to shake. The world around you feels it. The very air feels changed. Even the forces you cannot see react. And whether you know it or not, just by being here, you have been waking up the unseen world. You are a sacred shift against the darkness. My child, I did not put you here just to keep things steady. I put you here to move things. You were not placed on this earth to just fit in. There is a moment when everything truly changes, not in the world outside you, but deep inside your own spirit. A deep change is unfolding within you, making it impossible to simply go back to how things were. This specific time holds immense significance. It's a moment I've marked for you. You sense this, don't you, my cherished one? That inner movement, that feeling of something vast and lasting drawing near.
Praise God.
That isn't
Thank you, Jesus.
unease. It's your spirit coming alive, answering a summons I issued for you before your life on earth began.
Good morning, future wife.
I have spoken a purpose over your existence. In the realm beyond what you see, something
mad at you saying
timeless
that.
is now active.
But
A divine signal
here.
has gone forth,
Praise God.
rousing
Thank you,
those
Jesus.
I have set apart. You aren't merely invited, you are being brought forward. This isn't a mild suggestion or a soft prompting. Your spirit was still for a season as was necessary, but now it must fully stir. The era you were created for has arrived. The task you felt uncertain about is now yours to embrace. The voice guiding you is unmistakable and powerful. You sense a drawing forward, not just emotionally, but in the very rhythm of your days. What once brought you contentment now seems empty, holding no real substance. What you previously accepted feels wrong. You find you cannot continue in the old patterns.
Amen.
This is because you have changed. A sacred transformation has taken place inside you, my child. You no longer feel at ease remaining static. My
Amen.
child, understand this well. To delay now is to resist. You must not delay further.
Yes, sir.
Each moment of hesitation moves you away from the path I set for you. This feeling isn't fear. It's the necessity of immediate action. When I speak, pausing is the same as not hearing. You are not simply asked to consider. You are being alerted. When I make my voice known in this way, it's not for hesitant thought, but for a significant encounter.
Yes, sir.
My appointed time is now intersecting with your journey. This is a holy pause in the usual flow, a spiritual coming together of your past and your future. And you are the place where these meet.
Amen.
You have asked me for direction, prayed for significance, sought understanding. Now that these are present, you feel unsettled. You feel the need to release things. It feels like a persistent summons. This is because what you desired requires your genuine self, not the one you have shown to the world. You sense the deep vibration within you. You understand something is unfolding that your mind hasn't fully understood. This is not random. This is my direct doing. I have caused things around you to stand still so I could speak this to you. You are receiving this message by my design. I am observing your reaction. Your acceptance will have a great impact on your life, but your refusal, my precious one, will carry a price far greater than you can now comprehend. Now this summons is sounding, not only externally, but deep within you. You feel familiar patterns dissolving. The old influences are losing their power. The former boundaries are giving way. This is not happening randomly. This is me stirring you, calling you to a higher place. You cannot stay fixed in your previous state. Not in your thinking, not in your inner being, not in your emotions. What once served you will now feel confining. The environments where you felt secure will become spiritually vacant. This is because I do not sustain what did not originate with me.
Yes, sir.
You are sensing this summons because this transformation is meant specifically for you. No other person will perceive exactly what you perceive. No other person will sense exactly what you sense. This is because your summons is unlike any other. The part I have for you is distinct, and I do not extend such calls to all. I extend them to those I have set apart. The season of comfort has ended. You cannot seek my presence and decline the challenges. You cannot ask for my strength and push back against the unfolding.
Yes, sir.
I am calling you to rise up, not softly, but with intensity. You are being drawn into the core of the task I have prepared for you, and your lack of response will speak more loudly than any justification. This is that distinct sound. This is that inner vibration, and you are the one for whom it is intended. You have been experiencing the indicators, unexpected difficulties, clear visions in your sleep, a sudden turning away from things you once valued. All of this points to the summons. The path I established for you is becoming alive, and I am observing whether you will step forward. This is your moment to fully awaken. It is more than just a powerful emotion. It is an enduring invitation. Every soul I have chosen passes through a period of being unseen, a season when understanding is elusive, yet everything is being formed in stillness. You have experienced this, my beloved. You have journeyed through times when your requests felt unanswered, lingered in spaces where I seemed distant, and bore a silence so profound it touched your very core. But none of that time was without purpose. You were being made ready during those still periods. That time you felt overlooked was not an indication that I had forgotten you, my child. It was the beginning of something significant. The hardships you faced were not sent to cause you pain. They were elements of the path I set before you. The solitary periods you endured were not without reason. They forged the inner resilience you possess today. While others sought external approval, You focused on communion with me, away from public view. You confronted significant challenges when no one observed. You felt fractured when no one was aware. Yet you persevered even without support from others. This is how strength is built within the spirit. You did more than merely survive the challenging periods. Those times transformed you in beneficial ways. Feeling isolated taught you how to discern my voice. The still moments helped you understand dependence on me. Difficulties prepared you to walk by faith in what is unseen. Now, as you reflect, the significance of everything you have experienced will become evident. You have been in a season of deep readying. Each instance someone disappointed you. You learned where to establish boundaries, my precious one. Each time matters unfolded more slowly than you anticipated. You gained greater clarity. Each time a way forward ended, you learned which direction to take. What you believed made you unsuitable actually reveals your readiness. Others may have perceived your periods of stillness as weakness, but from my perspective, quiet can be a path of wisdom. I safeguard what I am restoring. I shield what I am causing to grow. I kept you safe, not because you were damaged, but because you were growing into something significant that needed its proper season for revelation. Even those who stood against you contributed to your readying. Each person who distanced themselves from you, unknowingly, assisted in preparing your inner being. I allowed those moments to shape who you are inside, to make you more determined, and to keep your heart low.
Praise God.
You didn't realize I was getting you ready because there wasn't a clear map given, just hard things happening. The things that didn't make sense then are now where your strength comes from. You learn to keep going, my beloved child. You learn to do things quietly. You learn to look for me even when it was hard. You learn to know who was real and who wasn't. And knowing that, even though it cost you a lot, it is now worth everything. You didn't pick the easy way. You walked a different kind of path, and those paths aren't fast, they go deep, and people often don't see them. The world wants things fast. I care about a heart that gives itself to me, and you gave yourself to me, my cherished one, even when you didn't understand why. There were times at night you were sure you missed my direction, times you wondered if you got things wrong, times when you weren't sure about what you knew. But through all of it, something solid was growing within you. A deep knowing, a quiet strength that says, even if no one else knows me, I still know who I truly am inside.
Amen.
This is why you don't pull back like you used to, my child. Why you react differently now. Why your eyes show something deep. It's not that life made you tough, but that my spirit gave you understanding. You've lived through enough to tell what's real from what's fake, and that makes you hard for the darkness to deal with. Your path has been like this, hidden at first, then shown openly, gotten ready where no one saw. That's what your life has been. A time of being made clear, a time of gaining strength, a time of being kept safe, not pushed away, but watched over. You aren't coming out as someone else, but as the one I made clear, my beloved. The one I made strong through hard times, the one shown capable through challenges. You didn't get here by acting like you were ready. You got here by going through it. You faced things that would have been too much for many others. And now that the strength inside you is clear, this time coming won't be about trying hard to make things happen, but just stepping into where you belong. You won't need to explain who you are, my child. What you do will show it. Just being there will say it. Your words will matter not because they're loud, but because they have weight. You have more than just facts. You carry importance. An importance that doesn't need anyone else's okay to work. An importance that changes how things feel around you when you come in. You are ready, my precious one. Not because you feel totally ready, but because I say you are.
Thank you, sir.
And I wouldn't ask you to step out if I hadn't already given you everything you need.
Yes,
The
yes,
hard
sir.
times you went through showed it. Your ability to keep moving forward was the sign. You went through tests no one else saw, and I saw every single one. Now the covering is being lifted. The one who was kept hidden is being shown. And when others ask where you came from, my child, you will just smile, because they can't understand what it costs to get what you have. But I understand. And now, this time is here. There are times in your life when I pay close attention,
Thank you, Jesus.
when I'm not just watching from far away, but looking closely at the steps you're about to take. You are in a time like that now, my cherished one. My eyes are on you, not to judge or be angry, but with a reason. That is how I am looking at you right now. You've been waiting, wondering when your time would come. Not to be seen by others, but to be free to do what you were made for, my beloved one. And now, my focused attention rests upon your life, a tangible presence. You can feel it, can't you? That strong sense, that feeling of being pressed in by me. It's not just stress, my child. It's the feeling that you are being seen for a special reason. You aren't being watched just for fun. You are being watched because of the steps you will take. What you do now matters in ways that will go past just you. That quiet feeling you keep having inside that this is the time isn't something you made up. It's you knowing clearly what you're meant to do. There's a reason you've felt more open lately. Your feelings are closer. You can sense things more clearly. You
Come
might
on,
not
Victoria,
rest
just
as
this.
deeply. It's because the real you inside knows my attention isn't far away anymore, my child. It's close.
This is it. Finally got it. Yes, right now. You said it was coming. Yes, Lord.
My child, listen closely. I see you. I have watched the quiet struggles no one else witnessed. The hidden tears you thought fell alone. I know the weight you carried. The times you waited, endured, and chose faith even when it cost you everything. There was purpose in that unseen season, my cherished one. And now that season is shifting. What was done in secret is about to be revealed openly.
I can handle fame now.
Understand this.
I'll give you that
Peace
much.
returning to your heart.
Thank you, Jesus.
The joy being restored to your soul. It is
I'm only
not
human,
random.
but
It is my response. Stay with me, my precious child,
God is good.
for I am
Thank
about
you,
to
Jesus.
show you why everything you went through was worth it and what comes next.
Yes, sir.
You are now beginning to live as the one I always knew you could be, my child. You are walking in
This is
the
the
bright
fun part.
reality I hold for you right now. So I pose this question to you,
This game's gonna be
my
great.
precious child.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, sir.
Are you still seeking approval from others?
No.
Or will you grasp that I have already granted it?
No. Yes.
Will you hold back from the life I offer you? Or will you step through the opening I have prepared just for you? This particular day is far more than simply another day. It marks your passage across a threshold,
Who needs approval
your
from men?
holy commencement, the very
Not me.
instant you move fully into what I have for you. You did not
Thank
go
you,
through
Jesus.
those difficult periods merely to survive.
Yes, sir.
You navigated those periods of difficulty so you might truly flourish in the abundant life I have prepared for you. That potential is ready now.
Thank
That
you, Jesus.
opportunity is yours. And
Hallelujah.
this journey commences on this day.
Praise God.
Step through the opening.
Thank you,
My
Jesus.
cherished
Yes, sir.
child, you are not simply being observed. You are being set in motion.
I'm glad I know how to do this
Specific
now.
time signifies more than just a point in the timeline. It signals a spiritual awakening inside you. It is the instant when the season of remaining still gives way to the season of moving forward. You are no longer merely contemplating my assurances. You are now moving straight into their fulfillment. What was once a quiet understanding shared between us, a hope nurtured by tears shed when you were alone, a deep longing that prompted you to wonder if your awaited season would ever arrive. My beloved one, that season is unfolding for you now. But this is not just the answer to a request. It is the revealing of a deeper intention for your existence. This is not merely an arrival point. It is a revelation of who you are. And you, my precious child, you are that showing forth. Are you aware of my steady attention upon you? Others will perceive beyond your deeds. They are about to encounter the individual I created you to be. How long have you been in readiness for this specific time, perhaps without even knowing it? Every quiet moment, every personal trial that strengthened your inner self, every lesson learned away from the view of others, none of it was without purpose. Those unseen periods were your sacred readiness. That is where you were prepared. Everything built within you away from the eyes of others is now emerging, not with loudness, but simply through your presence. Your decisions will communicate deeply. Your very being will alter the space around you. Being close to me is how you will be recognized. You have become a steady, strong, clear presence, one that does not need volume to be felt. Do you perceive how simply being yourself now communicates so much for you? This is because you are now in harmony with the way I brought you into being. And when you genuinely understand who you are when you are close to me, the world around you will shift to match. You are no longer attempting to conform to past limits. You are advancing beyond them. You are not merely beginning anew or turning a new leaf. You are transforming into something unique, something of great worth. And what is unique is not always readily comprehended by everyone. Some will embrace this person you are becoming. Others may hesitate, uncertain how to interact with a person they can no longer readily categorize. And yes, some will depart. Why? Because moving on to a path closer to me sometimes means certain connections will alter or lessen. And sometimes walking this way involves feeling a degree of aloneness. But do not make yourself smaller to ease the discomfort of others. This does not diminish the meaning of this change happening within you. You are following the way I uniquely prepared for you. This new course you are starting, my beloved, is not determined by the views of others. It is determined by living from the inner reality and the intention I have set within you. You are now released from the need to fit into old forms simply to gain acceptance. There is no reason to go back to ways of being that no longer suit you. Does it not exhaust you, my beloved child, attempting to make yourself smaller to occupy places your inner being has surpassed?
Yes.
The one you are growing into has gone beyond the previous limits. The path before you calls for the one you are in this moment.
Honestly, good riddance.
This time indicates a deep alteration within
Haters gonna
you.
hate.
The shift inside you is evident, and others can sense it. The one you are now, led by inner knowing, discovering strength in quiet, possessing a calm power. You are not arriving too soon. My beloved one, you are exactly the one this moment requires. With this emergence comes a specific duty. Your life's aim is no longer focused on satisfying others. It is now about following the path that is solely yours.
Yes.
Can you receive this, my child? That others might not completely understand you for a while so long as you stay faithful to the truth I have placed within you. For the reality is, the time you felt was simply a pause was not without substance. It contained structure and intention. You were being made ready, brought to completion, prepared. And from this point forward, my child, you will effortlessly attract what is true and fitting.
Thank you,
This
Jesus.
is not from your chasing after these things, but because the person you are inside now resonates with them. You are no longer seeking validation from external sources. You rely on the inner certainty I have placed there.
Yes, sir.
You are no longer waiting for permission. You proceed in the work I have set before you. So, what comes next?
Praise
Now
God.
that you have moved past this point of realization,
God is good.
how will you
Amen.
use this inner strength? You cannot go back.
Yes, sir.
Not because others would reject you, but because your inner being no longer fits in that place. Inner quiet is not located in what is past. Strength is discovered solely in this present time. This day is your holy pivot point. And in this shift, your inner strength will begin to communicate more powerfully than anything you might say.
This
The
animation's getting a
capacity
bit
I set
complicated.
within you,
But
hidden for a long
worth it.
time, is now becoming visible. You are being recognized in places you have not yet visited. The understanding I gave you is being remembered in spaces where it was previously disregarded. Not because you altered what I entrusted to you, but because you remain faithful to it. That is what I value. Loyalty to the course I laid out for you, even when others are silent. And like those who came before you, your times of quiet were your making ready, your preparation, your gaining of wisdom. Now, that readiness is turning into forward motion, not steps pushed by passing enthusiasm or external pressures, but steps arising from being in harmony with me. This day is not the moment for you to offer explanations. Your time is now for true living. You are meant to embody your path, not merely speak of it.
yes, sir.
Know this deeply, my child. I orchestrate every step you take, every encounter you have, every door that opens. Nothing unfolds without my hand.
God is
This
good.
includes
Thank you,
every
Jesus.
step you will take from this moment forward.
Yes, sir.
So, my beloved child, will you pause now, seeking permission from others?
No, sir.
Or will you move into the wide space I have made ready? Will you shrink your true size to blend in? Or will you stand tall, showing the person I created you to be? Will you spend time explaining yourself to those who cannot grasp it? Or will you keep moving, letting the outcome of your life speak for itself?
Yes, sir.
Your journey until
Yes,
now
sir.
wasn't about finding a place to belong among others. It was about waking up to yourself. Those hard times you faced weren't for living quietly. You moved through them so your light could be seen. Stillness built inner firmness. Understanding showed you the way forward. Your steps now lead you actively into the future I prepared. You are living that tomorrow right now. Walk forward with certainty, my child. Move with a quiet power. You don't need anyone else's agreement, for the energy stirring within you needs no words to justify it. It simply needs to be shown. This time you are entering is more than a simple change in pace. It is a full reshaping of your surroundings to match the deep transformation that has happened inside you. This isn't a time for minor changes. It is a holy unveiling. You no longer make yourself small for others' comfort. You stand fully in the truth of who I made you, embracing the path I laid out. You don't need to work to earn acceptance anymore, my precious child. You simply fill the space that is yours, not with noise, but with calm certainty. You are not hiding your light. You are growing, filling the spiritual and physical spaces I have always kept ready for you. Remember feeling you had to explain your growth or justify how you've changed. That need is gone now. This isn't just a temporary feeling. It is a spiritual turning point, a sacred time, a divine waking up. And when sacred timing arrives, things are different. You don't need others' approval. You don't need a crowd following you. You don't need validation from those who didn't understand before. All that is needed is your trust and your readiness to walk where I guide. Will you embrace what is stirring within you, my child? even if it makes some who were used to your quietness feel unsettled. This time is your moment. Will you step into it bravely? The path ahead will call you to places where fear once made you hide, spaces where you moved cautiously. These now require you to be completely present. The parts of your life you kept hidden because of fear are now being filled with my presence, showing the true form of who you are. This presence is not here to harm you. It is here to show you who you are meant to be. You are no longer guided by fear. You are guided by the inner light of your purpose, your direction, the very heart of who you are. This inner strength doesn't apologize for existing. It brings about change. Have you ever lessened your brightness simply to manage how others might respond? Have you ever quieted your truth to keep a peace that wasn't real? That time is over. Now, if your presence makes others uncomfortable, you don't pull back, my beloved. You let it be. Because the clarity I have given you is stronger than their inability to grasp it. Your readiness to follow me matters more than their judgment. And the strength within you isn't for showing off. It is for building. This is what my presence is doing inside you now. This is inside you now. It will not let you remain hidden. This is the kind of strength you carry. And this strength doesn't apologize. It brings about change. The time ahead doesn't ask you to hold back, my cherished child. It asks you to be completely present. It doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to step forward and be part of it. The newness unfolding doesn't question if you deserve it. It trusts that you know the worth I have placed within you. The question is this: will you wait until you feel completely ready? Or will you move forward simply because your inner knowing tells you, now is the moment? You don't need to see the entire path ahead. You don't need a detailed plan for years to come. You simply need to take the next step. The same presence that carried you through your hardest times will lead you through your brightest days, my child. I am not showing you everything at once, but I am lighting the very next step for you. That is enough. You are not moving forward blindly. You are moving with trust. Trust that I have already directed your steps. Trust that the way ahead was being made ready even as you were finding healing. The difficult experiences you faced did not erase the future I planned for you. They prepared you for it. Your suffering was not a wrong turn. It was a sacred making ready. Being turned away was not proof that you were lacking. It was proof that I was clearing space for something more significant. Everything, my beloved one, yes, even the things you find hard to speak about, was part of my design. Can you see now how being turned away guided you onto a different road? How endings cleared space for beginnings? How quiet times held deep meaning? How sorrow brought sacred understanding? How paths you didn't expect were part of my plan? Isn't it clearer now, when you stop struggling against how things unfold and simply trust the purpose behind it all? Your identity is not found in what caused you pain, my child. It is found in the new life that grew from it. And now you are not just moving into a fresh day. You are stepping into the full expression of the possibilities I placed inside you. You are here to simply be, not to perform for others. You don't need to pretend to be someone else. You need to fully step into the person I shaped you to be. And the path I have for you waits for you to be willing. So, will you step onto it without needing to see everything ahead? Will you move forward without needing everyone around you to understand? Will you show up without needing others to say you are okay? Because the path ahead doesn't require the weight of your past hurts. It only requires the truth of the person you are now. There is no longer a need for you to convince anyone of your worth. The season for demonstrating your capabilities is now complete. This time is simply for you to exist as you are, my child. And the life you genuinely live will convey more than any words you could speak. The way you inhabit your days will speak for you. You are not merely moving towards something that might occur. You are stepping into the reality I intended for you. This is not a question of whether it will unfold. It is unfolding right now. It is beginning. So let go of reluctance. Do not diminish yourself and feel no obligation to excuse your presence. A fresh start is here. The way forward is clear. You are already moving along it. You are walking into a space you could only envision before. A space of grace, of completeness, a future that no longer brings fear, as it now resonates deeply as your rightful place. Can you sense this change already, my beloved child? The path ahead, even if its details are unknown, does not bring dread. Why? Because it carries the very essence of the future I planned for you. Where you felt you did not fit in, you now feel precisely where you belong. Where others once seemed disconnected or drained your spirit, now every person you encounter holds significance and a sacred purpose. Do you remember those times you felt held back, my child? When things did not happen as you hoped, or certain doors remained closed. You might have thought you were stuck, or somehow less than others. But those moments were not me turning away from you, my precious child. They were deliberate steps I guided you through, each with a reason. What seemed like a long delay was my protection, making things ready for what was truly for you. Now, circumstances are poised to move swiftly. As new possibilities appear, step through them readily, my child. Do not wonder why blessings come without struggle. You have been prepared for this time.
Yes, sir.
Enter these new openings with quiet confidence. Share your genuine self without reservation. Be fully present, even if a touch of uncertainty remains. This phase is not for demonstrating your abilities. It is for stepping into what I have already made ready for you. This moment isn't only about new situations, my beloved one. It is about you fully becoming the person I created you to be. The grace I have placed within you is not merely for appearance. It is meant to be active. The quiet time you waited, the moments you followed my direction even when it was hard, these experiences readied you. The strong desire you sense now is not a void. It is the specific direction I have for you, drawing you forward. What you express holds significance, my child. More than just the things you say, simply your presence, your inner self, shifts the atmosphere around you. Where you are, things that felt stagnant begin to stir. Things that seemed lost find life again. Do you recall feeling slightly out of place, my cherished one? Like you were slightly out of step with others, even when they seemed at ease? That sensation was not a defect. It was an indicator that you were marked for a distinct path. You were not intended to disappear into the crowd or merely copy others. This journey is not about gaining wide recognition, my child. It is about remaining faithful to the purpose I put inside you. This new phase calls for a different way of moving. You are no longer rushing to keep pace with anyone else. You are walking at the speed I set for you. There is no need to measure yourself against others. Celebrate the distinct person I created you to be. Release the struggle. Now is a time to receive. And receiving is not simply waiting, it is actively creating. You are finished with requiring validation from others, my beloved. You are no longer searching for others' approval. You are stepping into a position of respect that belongs to you inherently. You are not just welcomed, you are seated in a place of true influence. You do not need to act like anyone else to walk in the strength I've given you, my child. The distinct person I created you to be is all that is needed. Your inner resilience is sufficient. Your genuine voice is adequate. In this time, the light within you will be received with appreciation, not doubt. What you have to say will not be silenced. Others will want to listen. Just by existing as yourself, you will transform the feeling of the spaces you occupy. Others will perceive your presence, even if they cannot name the shift. This moment marks your coming forth, my precious child. It is when your life fully matches the purpose I set inside you. What seemed disconnected is now unified. You will sense this change deep inside you. This reality is no longer something to wish for. It is simply how you will live. Are you ready to cease explaining yourself to those unable to understand your journey, my child?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you prepared to stop lessening your radiance to ease others? Can you let go of the ways you viewed yourself that helped you through the waiting, but do not serve you in the abundance I promised? The path ahead is different from anything you have experienced. It will feel lighter, more distinct, truly liberated. It will feel like the real person I created you to be, the one who quietly endured and prepared with faith. You sensed this moment would arrive, not randomly, but at the exact time I intended. And that inner knowing, my child, that feeling of everything finding its right place, even when things are new or feel significant, that is not arrogance. That is me bringing you into perfect accord with my design. From this moment forward, my beloved child, the spaces you enter will change simply because you are there. Your presence speaks before you do. Before you do. The strength you now possess reveals you as one who has navigated challenges, not for show, but to embody my authority. You do not look for others' acceptance when you arrive somewhere. What you offer carries the calm power of one who has faced trials and been established in my perfect arrangement. This is more than just a new stage, my child. It is the start of the enduring influence I intended for you. Real influence doesn't require praise. It simply changes things. Did you notice how outside approval never truly satisfied you? How accomplishments that appeared successful still felt hollow? That is because your spirit was created for a more profound purpose, not for popularity. Purpose does not seek permission. It simply moves. What you say now carries the calm strength of one who has navigated difficulties others could not manage. You speak from your experience, not merely from concepts. Your impact is increasing, my child, not due to arrogance. It increases because you have kept to the path I showed you. Now you are moving forward, truly on the course I intended for you. You are stepping out without fear, holding nothing back, no longer shrinking yourself to fit the expectations of others. You are fully present in this moment. And because you are, everything feels different. Perhaps, my child, for a long while you felt stuck, watching others seem to advance while you remained still. But that stillness wasn't a delay. It was my hand placing you exactly where you needed to be. The time that felt like nothing was happening was actually my careful preparation of the ground ahead. You were not being refused. You were being led with precision to this very location at the exact moment I had arranged. That period of waiting was always woven into my design, slowing your pace just enough so you would arrive right as this door opened for you. And that moment isn't just approaching. It is here now. This isn't about competing or finishing a race against others. The way you have come, the difficulties you faced, the strength you discovered within you, it was all about shaping you into the person you stand as today. And that, my precious child, is the true unfolding. My child, I am so glad you are here with me now. Truly present in your spirit, not just hearing sounds. It brings me deep joy when you open yourself to receive these words, allowing them to be a clear mirror and a steady guide, confirming what I've already placed deep within your heart. If you feel seen by me right now, if you feel understood or find strength in this moment, know that this is not random. I have brought you here intentionally. Regardless of what you feel you can offer or not offer in return, please understand this. I am already grateful for you. Your very presence holds profound significance. Your spirit is felt by me. When you choose to align yourself with truth, that itself is a cherished gift. Thank you for being here. Thank you for walking the way I set before you. Thank you for agreeing to step into the unique person I shaped you to be. Now step forward with quiet confidence. The time for you to fully embody your purpose isn't some distant point in the future. It is right now. I guided you to this specific moment deliberately. Perhaps you have questioned if your journey held any real meaning. Perhaps you have wondered if anyone truly noticed the quiet sacrifices you made, the tears you shed when no one was watching, the times you chose to listen to me, even when it cost you dearly. Let me confirm this for you now. I saw it all. I witnessed everything that went unnoticed by others. I listened to every prayer you offered amidst your weeping. I kept a careful record of every instance you remained faithful, even when the simpler choice was to abandon the path. This communication, it is a divine affirmation. Profoundly pleased with you, my cherished one, and everything you have done in quiet obedience, in genuine love, in hidden moments. It is about to be brought into the light and honored openly. My precious child, listen closely. What I share with you isn't merely words. It is a sacred confirmation for you, for every soul who has shown kindness and connection. I see you, and I am with you. Your steadfastness, your presence, and your willingness to stay close are fully known to me. You are part of this unfolding purpose, and I, your source, see you clearly. The timing of this moment is not accidental. It is a sign, a quiet signal that you are in step with me, ready to receive the open acknowledgement for all you have done in stillness. The prayers whispered unseen, the sacrifices made in secret, the choices of obedience, the times you kept silent. Not everyone will grasp the depth of this message. Only those whose spirits are truly open. And for those who are, you will find clarity, deep reassurance, and the certain knowledge that I am pleased with you. This truth carries significant weight. If your soul has longed for proof that your quiet efforts were seen, this is that confirmation. Do not treat this as something you hear once and forget. This is a living truth, a holy reminder that I have kept account of everything. Return to these words when your heart feels heavy. Listen again when you need renewed strength, because each time you do, another layer of my affirmation will settle upon you, and you will remember that I saw it all. I saw you stand firm when yielding seemed the easier path. The times when no one applauded you, yet I celebrated in the heavens. The instances you faced the pull to compromise, to give in just a little, to choose what would have simplified things or sped them up. But something within you whispered, no. That inner voice was my spirit guiding you. You could have chosen convenience over your deeper calling. You could have followed the crowd, diluted your truth, taken the popular road. Instead, you held your ground. Even when it meant being alone, even when the cost was great. I saw every single one of those moments. Not one act of faithfulness escaped my sight. Not one sacrifice went unrecorded in my presence. There were situations where shortcuts presented themselves, appearing desirable on the surface but requiring you to betray your own spirit. You felt the pressure to conform, to agree, to simply participate in the expected ways. But you chose to keep your intentions pure. You kept your identity anchored in who I created you to be, not what others expected. This was not simple. There were nights you questioned your own path, moments you observed others' apparent progress while you felt you remained in a still place. But do not be deceived. Some of those gained the world but lost their true selves. You, my child, chose the way that lasts forever. You chose the steady path that builds deep substance, not just a superficial appearance. And I took careful note. I marked every moment you turned away from what looked appealing, because you knew it was not from me. That is a different kind of strength. It is rare in a world that often praises compromise and rewards outward show. You chose character over comfort. You chose faithfulness over popularity. And now, I am preparing something for you that you cannot yet fully grasp. A blessing that matches the quiet strength you demonstrated. The good things coming your way are not merely payment. They are confirmation. Confirmation that your moral bravery was not without lasting effect. So now, the heavens are leaning towards you. You were not overlooked. You were being watched and known. You were not forgotten. You were being shaped. Every time you said no to the wrong thing, you created space for the right thing. Every time you chose integrity over easy indulgence, you were building something lasting that I can breathe life into. Prepare your spirit, my child. What is now approaching you is not random chance. It is a fitting response, a blessing you have earned, not only for the good deeds you performed, but also for the things you chose not to do. When this new season arrives, you will fully grasp why it unfolded in its own time. And now, I am poised to reveal the fullness of my favor in your life, my beloved one. I witnessed the tears that no other soul saw. Some of the deepest hurt you ever knew was never visible to another person. You carried heavy burdens without speaking of them. You wept in private spaces where no one was present to hear your sorrow. You smiled in rooms while your heart was breaking, and you offered deep affection to others even when you felt completely overlooked yourself. You kept presenting yourself when every part of you wanted to withdraw. You poured your energy into the lives of others when your own spirit felt empty. You offered comfort when what you truly needed was someone to lean on. You prayed for the well-being of others while silently hurting within. And despite everything, you still progressed. And I took note. I saw every single tear. Not one drop escaped my sight. The very God who knows the precise count of hairs upon your head has also numbered every tear that